Hello YouTube, this is Isaiah Smith, and I'm going to show you my drytron deck profile, even though I said that this was my last one. So let's begin. 3 drytron alpha to add your ritual monsters. 3 drytron zeta, add your ritual spells. 3 drytron delta, to reveal a ritual spell or monster, draw a card. 3 drytron gamma, this considers itself to be a monster reborn from drytrons in your grave. 1 drytron Meteos Draconids. This is an OTK, and it could target 2 monsters by banishing 2 cards in your grave that are monsters, and then send them to the grave. 2 drytron Meteos, or Meteos Drytron in general. This is a ritual spell, like in case if you want to attribute, instead of attributing levels, you can attribute attacks that are machines for the materials for a ritual summon. 3 drytron Nova, special summon a drytron from your deck. 1 drytron Fafnir. I didn't want to play 2 because it would probably brick. Plus, like, any monster that's summoned, reduce that level times the number of attack times it per 1,000. And ritual spells can't be negated. Plus, if this is activated, you can add 1 drytron spell or trap. For some of the more of the drytron names, Cyber Emergency lets you add 1 of your drytrons from your deck to your hand. Foolish Burial. Some people don't count this as a name. I think it does. And it sends a drytron from your deck to your graveyard, so you don't have to use alpha. Or just like any monster from your deck to the grave. I have a new card now, Gadget Gamer. When this is summoned, this basically you can add 1 level 1 machine from your deck to your hand, so that's pretty good with this. That's considered as a name. It's all of the drytron stuff. I wish I would have had 1 more, like 2 more Gadget Gamers, but we'll wait and see. Moving on to some machine support. Clockwork Knight. So what this does is basically when this is activated, all monsters on the field become machine, and all your machines gain 500 attack and defense, and all your opponents' machines become 500. They lose 500 attack and defense, and it does other things like if this is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this to add a earth machine. And that's what I was saying about Draconids is OTK, because this could boost it up, so 45 instead of 4,000. And it gets to add Gadget Gamer, so that's what's good. For the fairies, or some of them anyways, I use 3 Benten. If this is attributed, I get to add 1 Light Fairy, since my drytrons use that ability to tribute her. 1 Cyber Angel Natasha steals games Plus you gain life points depending on what you target on your monsters, and you gain half of their attack for life points. 2 Herald of Diviner. It's just like you can send 1 light fairy from your deck to your or extra deck to the grave, and it gains that level, so it's good for synchro plays. Moving on to some of the spells. Preparation of Rite. This lets you add a level 7 or lower ritual monster from your deck to your hand. And if you do that, you can add 1 ritual spell from your grave to your hand. I have 3 Forbidden Droplets. It just negates any monster, so depending on what you send, can't respond. You or your opponent can't respond to that effect. And I have 2 triple tactic talents in case if you guys activate any hand traps. You can draw 2 cards. I prefer that. So moving on to the extra deck. 1 Elder Entity Entis. What she does is if she's sent from the extra deck to the graveyard or sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 card on the field and pop it so it gets destroyed. Then we run 2 Herald of the Arclight. Gets sent to the graveyard. You can add 1 ritual spell or monster. So I run 2. 1 F.A. Dawn Draster, just because it can negate spell or traps depending on if you reduce its level by 2, and it gains 200 for each of its level, so it becomes 21. 1 Ultima Azoken, in case if you're like want to run level 5 or higher monsters with the same level. That is a tuner and a non-tuner. Summon this and you set 1 spell or trap face down, and you can like create a contact synchro by special summoning a level 7 or 8 synchro dragon monster from your extra deck. 1 Crystal Wing, because of Ultima Azoken. This is a level 8 dragon synchro monster, and it can negate any monster effect once per turn. Plus it gains the attack, and if it attacks a level 5 or higher monster, it also gains the attack. So pretty OP. 1 Wheezy. If you take battle damage or effect damage from this, or in case if your opponent like gives you effect damage, this gains that amount. So, and it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, so okay, then we're gonna run 2 Mubeta Fafnir, send 1 drytron card from your deck to the grave, and it can negate 1 spell or trap if you have a machine ritual. Plus you can use this as materials if you have its own materials to ritual summon, so that's good with that. And then 1 Luralisk Nightingale, attacks directly as many times as materials, plus it gains that amount times like 200 I believe, and it transforms into Downer, and Downer transforms into Zeus. So all it does is like detach two and then send the whole field to the graveyard except itself. So that's it with the XCs. On with the links. One link Karibo, one light charmer, and one boral sword. I was gonna change to link 3, but I couldn't find one, so that's too bad for me. But link Karibo, you can use any drytron and then tribute it. Make your opponent's monster 0. Light charmer, it just, like, if it gets destroyed, you can add a light monster with 1500 or less defense. Last but not least, boral sword. You can just switch it, a monster from attack to defense, and it can attack twice, or just switch it to defense. And if it attacks, it has Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragons effects, or if it attacks a monster, that opponent's monster loses half of its attack, and it gains, and this card gains the half of the attack. Oh yeah. But yeah, my deck did change a little bit, so I just wanted to tell everybody about this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. So, bye.